Bianca, welcome back.
Hello, Pastor James.
It's so good to have you here. Nexus Kids, wherever you are. If you're at home on the couch, I am jealous, but
Same.
hey, it's so good that you're tuning in with us.
Yes.
If you are at Sandgate, Sanford, and Everton Park. Whoa, it is so good to have you here. It's NKTV, it's another week,
Wow.
because you and I are here, that means Pastor Marta is coming up very soon. Wow, what a week it's been, B.
Wow, Pastor James,
Tell you
Nexus
what.
Kids, we have been doing so many epic things here at Nexus Kids.
Huge.
It's incredible. From bringing back NKTV to revamping Raw, it is so exciting. Nexus Kids, let me tell you, come a little closer.
We're good.
Come a little closer. Pastor James, just come in here. Nexus Kids.
What?
I want you to hear me when I say Raw has been so epic lately.
It was mental, I tell you what.
Whoa, Pastor James, I heard a little bird tell me that we may or may not have slimed a few kids on Friday night.
I don't wash my hair very often, but I tell you what, Friday night I had to wash my hair.
It was crazy.
What a night.
It was crazy. Nexus Kids.
Hands up.
Yeah.
Hands up. If you around the country, around Brisbane,
around the country,
were with us,
worldwide, global.
We are phenomenal. If you there at all of our hubs or at home, if you were at our Raw Junior Youth on Friday, hands up.
Yes,
Johnny,
show us. I was there.
I was there, and there was no getting away from it.
It was incredible. Well, Pastor James and Nexus Kids, if you missed Raw on Friday night, we'll take a moment and be sad for you.
I know.
But the good news is, we have so many other epic Raw nights planned for Raw 2021. So, Nexus Kids, tell mum and dad, tell your aunties, tell your uncles, tell your dogs, tell your cats, tell your neighbours, tell everybody
tell your birds,
to keep an
tell your
eye
fish.
out. Tell your fish.
Tell your fish.
Yes, that is right. Someone out there, we're looking at you.
Yeah.
To keep an eye on our socials, on our Facebook, on our Instagram, and on our Nexus Church website.
That's right. And on NKTV.
That's right. To book your tickets
we are going to tell
and
you
keep
about
up to date.
Got to be there. 2 more to go for term 1. And then
Woohoo.
we've got so many for the rest of the year.
We do.
We've got an amazing NKTV service today. Bianca, we're continuing our Jesus Is series.
Loving it.
Today is one of the best. Jesus is all-knowing.
He is.
You know, there's moments in my life where I've doubted, God, do you even know that little moment when I broke open the little top of a pen, got a little football out, stuck it right up my nose and had to go to hospital to get it surgically removed?
No, I don't know if that's a little moment.
God, do you even know about that moment? But you know what?
He knows.
We're going to hear from Pastor Marta today because she's prepared an amazing word.
She has,
and an awesome, fun little story that I might have heard about God and Jesus being all-knowing in our lives.
Wow, I'm so excited.
It's amazing.
James.
We're not gonna, without further ado, we're gonna get to that right now, but just a moment. A birdie told me.
Where is he?
I've shed a few tears. Bianca's last week with us this week.
I know.
Bianca, you're leaving us. You're moving forward into the big, wide world of the workforce.
I am, yes.
And you're not going to be with us at Nexus Kids anymore. So we won't be seeing Bianca around, kids. This week's been a week for us. We've shed a few tears, we've said a lot of goodbyes, and Nexus Kids right now, we're going to give a big wave when we say goodbye to Bianca. Actually, we might save that for the outro.
Good idea.
Can you stay around for the outro?
I'll stick around.
Come on.
Yeah, I've got time.
Alright, good. But we are going to say goodbye to Bianca at the end, so get your hands warmed up and ready to wave her goodbye. And if you see her around ever in the next few weeks, just run up to her, squeeze her really tight because she hates her, and I bet she'd love to do that. I tell you what, Bianca, it's been real, but Nexus Kids, we're getting ready for the preach right now. We're going to check in with you at the end. Oh my gosh, and we'll see you really soon.
Woohoo.
Bye.
Hi Nexus Kids, I am so excited to bring the word to you today. And hi Sanford and Sandgate and anyone watching at home or Everton Park. So good to be with you. And today we're going to talk about that Jesus is, do you remember? Jesus is all-knowing. And Jesus is a shepherd that knows us so well. Do you know what a shepherd is? Do you know what a shepherd does? A shepherd is kind of like a mom and dad, but to sheep. A shepherd looks after his sheep and makes sure they are in the right place. Does your mom take you to be in the right place? They make sure that they get fed and that they're safe and that they're always with their shepherd. So kind of like a mom and dad. And I bet you, if you all in the room were to close your eyes, and your mom or dad would come into the room and they would say your name, even if with eyes closed, you would know if it was your mom or dad, right? So you would stand up and go to your mom if she called you. If you took 150 sheep into an area and you had 3 shepherds, this is true. The one shepherd, let's say they all owned 50 sheep each. The one shepherd would call out for his sheep, and 50 sheep out of these 150 would come and follow him. So Jesus used this story as a story to explain that that's how he will lead us, and that you will know when he calls your name. And I have a quick story to share with you that shows how Jesus led me and led some friends of mine. I used to live in Africa, and I was going out to preach in a village and tell people who'd never heard about Jesus, to tell them about Jesus. And I was driving out, it was a Thursday night and it was dark, and I was driving out into the bush. And all of a sudden, I hadn't arrived to where I was going, but all of a sudden, my car stopped. It just would not go any further. And I had kids and leaders with me in the car, and we all started praying and prayed for the car to start. But it would not go. So we just sat there, and then all of a sudden a car rolled up behind us, and it was pitch black. We were in the middle of nowhere, and we thought, oh, are there robbers? So we locked the car and stayed in the car, but then we found out that it was some pastor friends of ours in the car behind us, and their car stopped as well at the same spot, and we had a mechanic, someone who knew a bit, look at it, and we could not get our car started. Long story short, we thought maybe someone here needs to hear about Jesus. So we walked out of the car, we met this family, we sat down with them and we told them about Jesus, and they thought he sounds like the nicest guy. So they received Jesus, and then they told us that they called for other family members, and then the other family members told us that they had that very morning had prayed for God to send someone to this family to hear about Jesus. And guess what happened after all this? We walked back to our cars, and we could drive them again. They were working again. So Jesus just led us to this family, and they received Jesus, and he's all knowing. He knew their brother friend who was praying for them. He knew this family where they were. He knew how to lead us to this family. And when you go home today, you can read all of John chapter 10. It's about Jesus being the good shepherd. But I'll read one verse with you. Jesus said, I am the good shepherd, and I know my own, and my own know me. Even as the Father knows me, and I know the Father, and I lay down my life for the sheep. You can put your own name in this verse, and you can say, you can read, I am the good shepherd, and I'll put my own name. And I know Marta, and Marta knows me. Even as the Father knows me, and I know the Father. And I lay down my life for Marta. Put your own name in this verse. It was so good talking to you, and I look forward to see you soon. Bye! Nexus Kids, how epic was that service?
I don't know why I'm so happy. I'm actually really sad.
Oh.
I don't want you to go. But
Pastor James, we were taking it up
Life
here.
goes on.
Came down.
It just hit me, kids. B, what a service.
It was incredible. Can I tell you, Nexus Kids?
Wow.
I am loving Pastor Marta. Who else? Put your hand up right now if you're loving Pastor Marta. She has so many great stories. I actually told Pastor Marta here, I'll let you know on a secret, Pastor James.
Yeah.
I asked Pastor Marta if she could write a book. Because I think that she would have so many epic stories for us to read about. And I'm so excited to hear more epic stories from Pastor Marta.
I'd hit her up for a free book for sure. No, I'm kidding.
I'd
buy it. Hey guys, what a preach though. Jesus is all knowing.
Yeah.
Did you know that Jesus knows you so well, and Jesus has a plan for your life?
He does, yeah.
Right? Just like Pastor Marta and her friends were on a journey, they were on a trip, they were driving in a car. Things happened, they didn't know. Oh my, what a story though.
Yeah.
And then they go, they share the good news with the family to return to the car and then stick the key in ignition and boom.
Incredible.
Jesus is all knowing.
He really is.
Sometimes when we're in the thick of it, it's hard to see that. You know, when you're in the middle of a soccer game, or you're in the middle of a test, and you're like behind, or you're losing, and you're sweating, you're stressing, you're freaking out, your heart's racing. Tell you what, your mouth is like dribbling. Tell you what, stress levels. But in those moments, Jesus still knows what is going to happen.
He definitely does.
His hand is upon you and guiding you and I through these moments.
That's right. Wow.
It's that time of the service, kids. Are your hands warm? Bianca is leaving us. She's leaving us for this year. She's not going to be back on the videos as much as she used to, but I tell you what, if you ask her nicely, she might come back guest appearances.
Only if I get a goldfish of my very own, Pastor James.
I reckon you could. I reckon NKTV, NK Cribs at Bianca's house, at the Michelizzi household.
Wow.
That'd be real. I've seen they've got a pretty cool pool. But anyway, kids, it's time to say goodbye. That's another week of NKTV.
It is.
You and your groups within the room, leaders around, grab the kids and get ready to form your NKDGs.
NKDGs.
Your small groups, because I want you to discuss moments in your life where maybe it's been a bit hard.
Yes.
Maybe it's been a bit confusing. You don't know what's happening, to then figure out and find out that the end result is one that is a good one. Like this. They didn't know what Pastor Marta and her friends didn't know what happened to the car.
Yeah.
But end of the day, look, started, God's good, and he had a plan. Wow.
Oh, I'm so excited.
I've dragged this out. But kids, on the count of 3, I want you to scream, "Bye, Bianca." I want you to wave at the camera, and I want to be able to hear you all the way
around the world.
From around the world in our Nexus Kids studio. Are you ready? We're going to take it out. B,
okay, I'll wave too.
All right, here we go.
So say bye to all my Nexus Kids friends at the same time.
We love you, B. 3, 2, 1. Bye, Bianca!